Bienvenidos! Welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're making a classic Spanish dish that you'll find at almost every Spanish restaurant throughout the Mediterranean coast, stuffed Spanish squid with rice and tomato sauce. This is one of those dishes that are so simple, but it has such an amazing flavor to it. This recipe is very easy to make, it's naturally gluten-free, and it's done in 30 minutes. Now to make this recipe, I'm going to be using some clean tubes of squid. I buy mine frozen and thaw them out. These are very popular here in Spain. If they're not that easy to find in your area, check with a local Asian supermarket. They almost always have them in the freezer section. And also for this recipe, you're gonna need some saffron. I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Whatever you do, don't use imitation saffron. That stuff is no bueno. Seriously guys, use some high quality saffron, like the one I'm using from Golden Saffron. You guys always see me using this brand. Why? Because it's one of the best ones in the market. Truly some grade 1 premium saffron, and it gives this dish that beautiful Mediterranean flavor. Link in the description box below where you guys can get this. Alright folks, let's get started. We're going to begin by preparing all of our ingredients. Grab a couple cloves of garlic and finely mince them. Then grab half of an onion, remove between 2 to 3 of the outer layers, and finely dice the onion. Next up, I've got 2 tubes of clean squid. I bought these frozen, they've been thawed out. Again, you guys can find these at your local Asian supermarkets in the freezer section. I'm going to rinse them under cold running water. Pat them completely dry with some paper towels. Then drizzle them with a little extra virgin olive oil and a squeeze of lemon juice, and rub it all over the squid on both sides. Then season the tubes of squid with sea salt on both sides and some freshly cracked black pepper. For the final ingredients, I'm going to reserve 1 cup of brown rice. Brown rice is very similar to arborio rice or medium grain rice. And 2 1/4 cups of a good quality fish stock. Very important to use a high quality fish stock for this recipe. Alright, let's start making our rice. Grab a saucepan, heat it with a medium high heat, and add the 2 1/4 cups of fish broth. Pinch in half a teaspoon of saffron threads, a little sea salt, and mix it all together. Once this comes to a boil, we're going to let it boil for an extra minute. That way that saffron can really infuse into the broth. Then add the 1 cup of brown rice and give it a quick mix. You want to stir this occasionally, that way each grain of rice is perfectly cooked. It's been about 10 to 11 minutes since we added the rice into the pan, and as you can see there's very little broth left. At this point, let's place a lid on top of the pan and turn off the heat. This is going to finish off cooking the rice. We're going to leave it for about 10 minutes while we cook the squid and make the tomato sauce. For the next step, let's grab a non-stick fry pan and heat it with a medium heat. After heating the pan for 2 minutes, we're going to add the tubes of squid into the pan, and we're going to cook them for exactly 2 minutes per side. Very important to not overcook your squid, as it has an unpleasant texture to it. The thickness of these tubes are about ½ inch, so 2 minutes per side is the perfect cooking time for them. After cooking our tubes of squid for exactly 4 minutes, that's 2 minutes per side, let's remove them from the pan, transfer them to a dish, and cover it with some foil paper to keep them warm. Now using the same pan with the same heat, add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, the diced onions, and the minced garlic, and mix them around with the oil, making sure to scrape up anything that was left over from that squid. This is going to give our tomato sauce that wow factor. After cooking our garlic and our onions for about 2 minutes, and the onions are already translucent, we're going to add 1 cup of tomato puree. This is basically tomato sauce. Add ½ a teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika. Season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And mix it all together until it's well combined. Once everything is well mixed, we're going to lower the fire to a low heat and let this simmer. Okay, as our tomato sauce is simmering, let's start assembling our stuffed squid. Let's grab each tube of squid and we're going to start stuffing it with the rice. It's okay if you make a mess here and there's some rice that falls all over the place. This is part of the process and it should be fun. The whole point is just to stuff it with as much rice as you can and make sure with that spoon that you're pushing that rice down so you can stuff these fully through. And this is exactly what you want your tubes of squid to look like when they're stuffed with the rice. Once you have the tubes of squid stuffed with the rice, I'm going to cut each tube of squid into 3 evenly sized pieces. Okay, our tubes of squid are fully stuffed. They're ready to go. This sauce has been simmering for about 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and remove it from the heat. I'm going to add the stuffed squid pieces on top of the sauce. Couple slices of lemon, and garnish it with some freshly chopped parsley. This looks absolutely amazing. Okay guys, our dish is done. Let's give it a try. This looks so good. Here we go. First things first, that squid is perfectly cooked. It's got a beautiful texture to it. Then you got that combination of flavors between the saffron rice and that tomato sauce with the paprika. It's absolutely delicious. You guys saw this, very easy to make, very healthy, done in 30 minutes. Bring the flavors of Spain to your kitchen with this super easy recipe. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Till the next time, hasta luego.